Okay, hi, this is Chalupsky, and today we're going to talk about my book, No Retreat, No Surrender, and pick out a life lesson that I'm sure will help you. It helped me to decide what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong, and rather learn from me and my mistakes than you do the same thing as I did many years ago. Yeah, so in life, you've been brought up in a certain way, and you know in your gut feeling, they always talk about your gut feeling, and the feeling that I had was that in life, try and not have debt in your life, because debt can burden you and cause all kinds of stress, which can eventually lead to all kind of mental and physical bad health, you know. So what you got to do is always make sure that you follow the correct advice that you've been taught all your life, and no matter how clever you think other people are, follow your own advice, because you know deep down what you're doing is the correct way of doing anything. And the same with my technique. I knew once I was at the Olympics in 1992, and I realized all the guys that I beat normally in my surf ski beat me in the 92 Olympics. Then I changed and did my own thing, and I managed to beat all those guys that beat me in 1992 because I took my own advice and learned from myself, because you know yourself better than anybody else. Yeah, so the most important thing about life is that age is a number, and they always talk about it, but you've got to make your brain think that age is a number. And that's the important part about not believing people saying, oh, you're too old, too fat, too slow to win. Because if you've got the mindset to say, listen, I think I can beat these youngsters, you can do it. Your brain is stronger than anything. Your brain determines your age. So it's up to you to use your brain to make yourself younger. Even now, I sit here at age 59 and I think, even though next year I'm going to be 60, I still think, maybe next year is a new year where I'll feel 20 or 30 again, where I can really put a lot of effort into my training and come up with unbelievable wins at the age of 60, because your brain is what counts, not the age and not what people tell you you should be doing. That's the whole thing. Don't keep everything to yourself. Yes, people say, oh no, you must keep it to yourself. This is personal. I don't believe anything is personal. The bottom line is, if you share experiences with other people, they'll share their experiences. And between the two of you, I can assure you that 10 people's experience is more than one person. So the more experience you gain from other people, and the more people you share with your experience, they'll come back and you will learn so much from other people. I'll never forget, I learned a lesson from a lady that had been paddling for 2 years, and I'd been paddling for 40 years, in the Sea of Galilee in Israel, and she taught me how to sit on my surf ski, and she gave me the reasons why she did it. And funny enough, I adopted that from that day on. So I learned from somebody that had 2 years experience, because you're never too old to learn from anybody. But you've got to be willing to listen, and you've got to be willing to accept advice. And then you make the decision what is good advice and bad advice. Yeah, that's a famous old saying, is that if you're doing something and you're not enjoying it, believe you me, you've got to change direction. Change direction, whether it's changing jobs, whether it's changing countries, whether it's changing, but change it. Because life is too short to go through life by just being in a rut and not enjoying life. If you're enjoying life, life becomes fun. If you're not enjoying life, change it immediately and just work out how you're going to do it, because that's where you're going to make fun. Because if life and work and fun is all the same, you're going to have much more fun with life, and you're going to live life to the fullest, and you're going to live life for a long time, because you're not going to be worrying about, what am I doing in this job? No, if you've got that attitude, change jobs so that when you go to work, it's not work, it's just having more fun another day. And if your job and you're worried about doing it on a Saturday or Sunday, then it's definitely not the job you want. You want a job that even if you work on Saturday and Sunday, you don't mind, because you love the job. And if you love the job, life becomes far more fun.